This is Alicia Lamb with Data Protocol Process and Dialogue, Module 17. Looking at our chart, we have an 8-step process. We would like to organize our collaborative work, so we want to know what type of data we are looking to collect. We would like to build the assessment literacy by providing professional development to staff about why we are collecting this type of data. We would also like to have an understanding of what the data means once all the students are done taking that assessment. Once we have a clear idea of the first 3 steps, we would like to look at the student data, be able to break it down, and then decide if our curriculum is meeting the needs, or is the teacher's instruction, how can they adapt it to meet the needs of the kid. Through these processes, we can then develop an action plan if students are not being successful with the current curriculum. Maybe they need more intervention, they need reteaching, pre-teaching, accommodations, modifications to meet the needs of the grade level standards. And then we need to decide how we are going to assess the progress of the student, whether it be for various screeners, biweekly progress monitoring tools, quarterly progress monitoring tools, and then we need to apply all of our discussion. We need to be able to implement all of our ideas and plans in the classroom and continue with assessments to monitor their progress. The intervention guide I came up with is just a simple form that teachers can type into. We need to remember that not all students who are behind academically have a learning disability or a ADHD and other health impairments. Some of them, it's due to frequent absences and tardies. Some of them have behavior concerns that impact their academics. They might have social concerns within the building that they feel isolated and so they're not attending to task. So we need to have a look at the whole picture and why the student is struggling in the classroom. Also look at the subject areas this is impacting. If the student can't comprehend, then they might have low grades in science, social studies, and reading because they're not able to comprehend the text that they are reading in the classroom. We need to look at the different subjects areas and a time for completion, like what areas are we wanting to see this growth and when approximately would we like to see a gap closure. Looking at the different intervention behaviors, and intervention strategies, we need to document what we've tried, because if we get to a point where we've tried everything we possibly can as a tier 2 intervention, maybe it's time to refer that student for further evaluation. We also need to document very well how long is this strategy going to take place, where it is taking place, and make sure that after so many attempts, if we're not seeing adequate progress, again, we need to resend that student for eval through a school psych. Communication is a big key. Parents need to know what we are doing with their student or with their child, and maybe they can have some buy-in to help the student at home too. Working as a team is going to be better for us, for the home life, and for the child's success. So how will our teachers react? I believe teachers would be excited to have a general guideline that's simple to fill out. It'll keep the meetings have a purpose. They're going to have a planned direction. They're going to be organized, so our meetings will be able to flow a little bit faster and we won't get as sidetracked when we have a form in front of us. How can we adapt this? It's not necessarily geared towards one curriculum or another, and it's not geared towards one subject area either. We can adjust it for different time lengths. We can also provide a digital copy. I feel a lot of times when we move students to GEI process, we tend to overwhelm teachers and then they don't fill out a form because it is too daunting. I think if we simplify things, teachers are more willing to fill it out and we can reach more students that way.